Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services. This is a video on daily news and editorial analysis, which I'll be covering from the Hindu and Indian Express. So the most important news and editorial of the day that is relevant for your examination will be discussed in this session. Let's get started with news topic list. Today is 2nd of June. The first news is Center allow cooperatives to sell produce online. This is with regards to the e-marketplace that government has recently come up with. Second, Cabinet eases criteria for tribal to join CRPF, especially for the region of Chhattisgarh. We'll see the detail about this as well. Third, India seeks a relook at the IP regime, something again important for the prelims and mains. Fourth, Center to hold session on gig worker right. This has been a long pending demand from the gig workers to come up with the social security schemes by the government. The last is an editorial, the case for a community-oriented health services. Apart from the news and editorial discussion, at the end of this video, there will be MCQ based questions. These questions will be based on current affairs that will help you for the upcoming prelims examination. So without any further delay, let's get started. And if you are new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. If you like this video, if you find this video informative and helpful, do not forget to press the like button. The first news of the day, that is Center allow cooperative to sell produce online. This is with regards to the government e-marketplace, and something important for General Studies paper 2, government policies and intervention for the development of various sectors and issues arising from it, design and implementations. So recently the Union Cabinet has cleared up proposals where it has allowed the cooperatives to sell their products on the government e-marketplace. Most of you must be aware of government e-marketplace. It's a platform which provide an opportunity to sell their produce. Basically जो भी regionals area के जो produce हैं, जो products हैं, वो एक marketplace बनाई गई है government की तरफ से, एक platform बनाई गई है जहाँ पे वो product को sell कर पाएंगे. So this is like Amazon and Flipkart operating privately. The government is providing a backed platform which is aided by government, and it is providing a right platform to all the stakeholders. Now the cabinet has noted that validated list of the cooperatives to be onboarded on the EGM, that is e-marketplace, will be on a pilot basis, and subsequently other people, or you can say the other communities, they are looking forward to join this, would also be the part of it. But again, it is subject to the decision coming from the Ministry of Corporations in consultation with the GM and special purpose vehicles. So इसके लिए एक स्पेशल पर्पस व्हीकल बना करके जीएम को बिल्ड की गई है. सो दिस विल टेक its movement according to the pace, and even it will allow all other stakeholders to join the government marketplace. Now EGM के बारे में some basics that is again relevant for examination. So the government e-marketplace was actually started in 2017. It's a one-stop destinations or a portal that facilitate the purchase and procurement of goods. Even it required the government department organization, जो भी government के department है, PSUs हैं, वो यहाँ से directly purchase कर सकते हैं. Now GEM aims to enhance transparency, efficiency and speed in the public procurement. It also provided a tool for e-bidding, जो reverse e-auctions होती है वहाँ पे, and even for the demand aggregation to facilitate the government use for the best value of money. So whatever the money is there, it is competitive in nature, neither more so that it is becoming on a higher side, neither it is cheaper so that जो consumer है या फिर जो sellers है उनको भी नुकसान हो. So it is on a balance side, and the amount is fixed so that it is not getting burden for any one of them. Now GM advantages, अगर इसके advantages की बात करें buyer के level से, तो buyers को क्या क्या advantages हो सकती है. So off listing of the products for the individual category from the goods and services. Makers available search, compare, select and buy facilities. Enables buying goods and services online whenever required. Provide transparency and ease of buying. Ensure continuous vendor rating system so that you can accordingly filter out कि किस vendors ने किस rate, किस performance पे अपनी product की delivery की. Up-to-date user-friendly dashboard for buying, monitoring, supplying products, and provision of easing return policy. So return policy is also easy in this, so that a buyer, if don't like a product, can return it. It is same in any other platform that is operating in India. Now, from seller point of view, what are the advantages? Direct access to all government department, because this is the access that would be given only to the government department and PSUs. So एक direct engagement हो सकती है government department के साथ. One stop for marketing with the minimal efforts. One stop shop for bid reversal, auction, and the product services. न्यू प्रोडक्ट सजेशन फैसिलिटीज ऑल्सो अवेलेबल फॉर सेलर्स कि वो आपने अगर किसी प्रोडक्ट को ऐड करना चाहते हैं वो भी उसको ऐड कर पाएंगे. डायनेमिक प्राइसिंग, द प्राइसिंग कैन बी चेंज बेस्ड ऑन द मार्केट कंडीशंस. And seller friendly dash for selling and monitoring supplies of the government payments, and even consistent and uniform purchase procedures. So this is how it is helping both sellers and vendors, right? Even for the buyers it is also helpful. Special purpose vehicles हैं इसके लिए. The validated list of cooperative which would be there on board, जिनको registered की जाएगी government marketplace में on a pilot basis. Subsequently, a scale-up would be decided by the Ministry of Cooperation in consultation with the government marketplace that is under the special purpose vehicle. This will ensure that any technical capacity and logistic requirement which is required by the e-system can be taken into account while deciding the pace of onboarding cooperative and buyers on the GEM. So this is the way where government is trying to incorporate all cooperatives to help them out and sell their produce. So this is an infograph. It gives you data that how many cooperative would be registered, 8.54 lakhs, and over 27 crore members are associated with this. It will make procurement easy, speedy, and even it will provide for the honest procurement. Transparent manner में ये सारी चीजें functions होंगी. It will have 45 lakh sellers, over 60,000 products, and some values are given. So you can take a screenshot of this images so that you can revise with the key points. The second, cabinet easiest criteria for tribal to join CRPF. Again, very important news. This is important for general studies paper 2, government policies, or you can say the welfare schemes for the vulnerable section of the population by the center and the state. And this is again important for case studies in general studies paper 4, right? If it is being asked in case studies that how being deputed as superintendent of police या डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर आप अगर डेप्यूट हैं तो किस तरह से आप वहाँ पे खास करके जो ट्राइबल एरिया के प्रॉब्लम्स है मॉइस्ट की वो कैसे कम की जा सकती है. उसमें एक ये बहुत अच्छा एग्जाम्पल है जहाँ पे आप ये बता सकते हैं कि वंस दे आर एम्प्लॉयड डेफिनेटली दीज नंबर इज गोइंग टू डिक्रीज. सो दिस विल हैव अ लॉन्ग टर्म इसके जो इम्पैक्ट है पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट वो लॉन्ग टर्म में होंगे, बट दिस इज अ राइट डिसीजन. सो द कैबिनेट हैज़ अप्रूव्ड अ प्रपोजल जहाँ पे मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स के जो प्रपोजल्स थी वहाँ एज खास करके जो मिनिमम एजुकेशन क्वालिफिकेशंस हैं उनके लिए एग्जेम्पशंस मांगी गई थी. अर्लियर द 10th इज द मिनिमम क्राइटेरिया टू फिल अप द फॉर्म फॉर द CRPF कांस्टेबल, बट गवर्नमेंट ने इसको अभी एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ पर्पसेस से क्लास 8 तक की ग्रेड के लिए ली. सो 400 रिक्रूटमेंट फॉर द कांस्टेबल वुड बी देयर. दिस वुड बी फॉर जनरल ड्यूटी. और ये एग्जाम्पशंस जो दी गई हैं वो छत्तीसगढ़ में 3 इंपॉर्टेंट डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं, बीजापुर, दंतेवाड़ा एंड सुकमा, राइट? दोज ऑफ यू हैव एवर विजिटेड छत्तीसगढ़ मस्ट बी अवेयर ऑफ दिस नेम, एंड इफ नॉट यू मस्ट हैव रेड इन न्यूज़. ये 3 एक ऐसे डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं जो कि हार्डली मॉइस्ट हिट एरिया है एंड हार्ड कोर इंटीरियर्स में जहाँ पे मॉइस्ट की बहुत ही एक्टिव बेसिकली परफॉर्मेंस रही है. सो for Dantewada and for Sukma, government has done a lot more work, but again, as far as recruitment is concerned, government is also coming to aid that. So the decision was taken at the meeting by the Union Cabinet, which was chaired by the Prime Minister. Access to employment opportunities की बात की गई है. The cabinet decision will definitely help 400 tribal youth from the interior of these 3 districts, that is Bijapur, Dantewada and Sukma, the Chhattisgarh district, to get unemployment opportunities. जो अप्रोप्रिएट रिलैक्सेशन होगी फिजिकल स्टैंडर्ड में उसके बारे में भी गवर्नमेंट डिसाइड करेगी, बट दैट इज समथिंग विच हैज़ टू कम बाय द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स. वाई मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स इज इंटरफेयरिंग और यू कैन से इज कंसर्न बिकॉज जो CRPF है एक पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेज है जो कि वर्क करती है अंडर मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स. सो यू शुड नो विच पैरामिलिट्री इज एक्चुअली फंक्शनिंग अंडर विच मिनिस्ट्रीज. नाउ मिनिमम एजुकेशन क्वालिफिकेशन की अगर बात करें, सो द गवर्नमेंट हैज सेड दैट क्लास 10th की रिक्वायरमेंट होगी. इवन फॉर एग्जामिनेशन दे कैन हैव क्लास 8 रिजल्ट, बट टू गेट फाइनली इंडक्टेड इन द जॉब हर एक इंडिविजुअल जो इसमें इंडक्ट होंगे उनको क्लास 10 मैंडेटरी पास करनी होगी. इसमें गवर्नमेंट उनकी सपोर्ट करेगी बाय प्रोवाइडिंग देम स्टडी मटेरियल, books and coaching assistance during the probation period, right? And even all the people who have been recruited will have to undergo with this. The probation period may be extended suitably, क्योंकि किसी भी सर्विसेज में आप जाते हैं तो एक probation period में आपको रहना होता है. Once you complete your probation period, you get finally into the services, right? So this is how क्लास 8 के जो भी बच्चे होंगे, जो रिक्रूटी होंगे, उनको फाइनली क्लास 10 पास करना होगा. So in order to facilitate them to class 10th examination, these recruitee would be registered with the National Institute of Open School, and IOSB इसको कहते हैं, and they would be registered with the recognized by the center and the state government. The other news, center to hold session on gig worker rights, something again important for General Studies paper 3, Indian economy and issues related to planning, mobilization, resource growth and development. So the center has recently decided to train officers from the union and the state government on technological changes, new form of employment, working condition, mechanism to protect the laborers and social security rights of this worker. जो gig workers हैं उनके लिए किस तरह से social security की schemes हो, क्या क्या चीज़ें upgrade करनी है, app based services से कैसे इनकी मदद की जा सकती है. So these all training would be given because gig workers के जो numbers हैं इंडिया में काफ़ी ज़्यादा बढ़े हैं. So this is for the first time that the brainstorming session would be held by the government in terms of the gig economy, and the key issues of the dispersal of the social security amount to the registered gig and the platform worker. However, registration of this platform worker will also take place on the e-Shram portal, which is being handled by the Ministry of Labor and Employment. Now, information sharing और global practices जो worldwide की जा रही है, उसको इंडिया में adopt की जाएगी. So VV Giri is an institute based in Delhi where the recruitment and basically जितने भी EPFO में या Ministry of Labor and Employment में जो recruitment होती है उसकी training VV Giri में होती है. So there are two institutes, one based in Delhi and other in Noida also. So these are organizing the program which will be providing a good experiences on the global policies and practices. कुछ important अगर countries की बात करें जैसे ऑस्ट्रेलिया, न्यूजीलैंड, चाइना, थाईलैंड, मलेशिया, इन कंट्रीज में जो ग्लोबल प्रैक्टिसेस रही हैं गिग वर्कर्स को लेकर के, बिकॉज दीज कंट्री हैव अ सब्सटैंशियल नंबर्स ऑफ गिग वर्कर्स कंट्रीब्यूटिंग टू देयर इकोनॉमी, तो उस कंट्रीज के प्रैक्टिसेस को इंडिया में भी इंक्लूड की जाएगी. एंड दिस इंस्टीट्यूट विल शेयर इंटरनेशनल एक्सपीरियंसेस बाय प्रोवाइडिंग सोशल सिक्योरिटी टू ऑल द स्टेट्स एंड द अदर ऑफिशियल्स. Now some concern that was raised by the workers, by the gig workers, because ये एक ऐसे लोग हैं जो substantially इकोनॉमी में contribute कर रहे हैं, but जब इनकी social security की बात आती है तो the government has not even provided anything. So they specifically and categorically has come up with the request. So in recent times, several concerns were raised due to the lack of job and social security which has been given to the gig and platform worker. The worker employed with many new platform has been protesting and demanding for the proper wages and the social security. The issuance of employer-employee relationship in this context is again very important. Now, looking into the growing of gig worker, this is an infograph. अगर आप देखिए construction, manufacturing, retail, transport, logistics sectors में almost 70 million एक size है in gig workers की. It has grown in a substantial year of 8 to 10, right? If you look into the service bifurcation, किस जगह पे कितनी ऑपरेशंस हो रही है, पर्सनल सर्विसेज 7.7, कंस्ट्रक्शन रियल एस्टेट 4.4, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन एंड लॉजिस्टिक में 3.4, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग 3.1, रिटेल में 0.9, राइट. तो टोटल 23.5 है और ऑपरेशंस रोल में 12.3% लोग काम कर रहे हैं, 8.3 इन हाउस होल्ड एंड 2.9 द स्टेट सर्विसेज. सो दिस इज हाउ द गिग वर्कर हैज सब्सटैंशियली इंक्रीज्ड इन इंडिया. Now, how the gig economy work? First, the individual gigs make up a worker's income. Second, the worker and employee usually find each other with technology. Gig workers are independent contractors and even freelancer pay their own taxes and benefits. Because government जो TDS deductions होती है किसी भी पेमेंट को 30,000 से ऊपर अगर है तो उस जो TDS की deductions है वो गवर्नमेंट का एज अ टैक्स पता चलता है कि किस इंडिविजुअल की क्या इनकम है. अगर वो टैक्स स्लैब्स में आती है उनकी डिडक्शन होती है. If not, they are given the exemption. While they file the ITR, they can get the returns. So this is how the gig economy is working. Now, India seeks a relook at IP regime, something important for General Studies Paper 2, government policies and intervention for the development of various sectors and issues arising from it, design and implementation. This is again important for General Studies Paper 3, where various laws and rules are So recently, while addressing a Stockholm conference in Sweden, जो इंडिया के यूनियन एनवायरमेंट मिनिस्टर हैं, he has said that the countries need to commit in the terms of expertise and finances, that is the money, to demonstrate how the pollutions from the industrial sector beyond cement, steel could be brought under control, right? So this is something which will help to India, help India, not only India but many other countries to get the global commitment done, right? So it said that the developed countries should share their technology, collaborations in terms of developing economy, and give a fresh look to the intellectual property right as well. The Stockholm Conference, which has led to the creation of United Nations Environment Program, is now an influential global voice in terms of state-of-art environment. Now, industry's transition dialogue, this is something which will help. So, India और स्वीडन ने दोनों मिलकर jointly industry transition dialogue start की in Stockholm as a part of initiative called for the leadership for industry transitions. And this leadership for initiative will lead a special focus on hard to abate sectors जहाँ पे जो key stakeholders होंगे climate change actions को लेकर के वो अपनी special interventions दिखाएंगे, एक technological upgradations showing the another way out that how we can perform better. Now, value for equity, it is important to keep mind the principal values of equity, common but differentiated responsibility की ज़रूरत है, where जो यूनाइटेड स्टेट अपनी जिस कैपेसिटी पे काम कर रही है अंडर द यूएनएफसी फ्रेमवर्क वुड ऑल्सो बी गेटिंग अ सक्सेस, और इवन जो टारगेट्स है वो भी मीट होंगे. सो इंडिया ने ऑलरेडी जो एनडीसी है, नेशनल डिटरमाइंड कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन, विच इज़ अ पार्ट ऑफ पीसीसी, दैट इज पेरिस क्लाइमेट एग्रीमेंट, तो वहाँ पे भी काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट होगा कि एनडीसीज की जो कमिटमेंट है वो पूरी हो पाएगी. The national circumstances play an important role in diversifying the pertinent strategy and developing the success stories for many nations. Now, moving to the editorial of the day, that is a case for community-oriented health services. This is something important for general studies paper 2. Government policies and intervention for the development of various sectors and issues arising from it, design and implementations. So I'll be simplifying this editorial by 5 important subheads. The first is the genesis of ASA worker, role and responsibility, partnership and hurdle, opportunity to review, and the way forward. The entire editorial focuses upon the recognitions of ASA volunteer. We have recently seen that WHO has recognized their importance in the healthcare sector. So, India's 1 million accredited social healthcare volunteer has recently received the biggest international recognitions from the World Health Organization by receiving the Global Health Leader Award 2022. This is something very, very important for your mains paper. Even for the interview, this is going to be important. Prelims, mains plus interview. So the ASA's worker, they are among the 6 awardees that was announced in the 75th World Health Assembly, which was held in Geneva. So this World Health Organization award recognitions जो आशा वर्कर को दी गई हैं वो इसलिए दी गई हैं क्योंकि कोविड-19 के टाइम में उनकी जो रोल रही between serving the patients, communities, health system, and even helping throughout the vaccination process, making people aware about the protocols जो actual masking या फिर बहुत सारे ऐसे चीज़ें हैं तो गवर्नमेंट के प्रोटोकॉल्स में थी, वो सारी चीज़ों को फॉलो करना फ्रॉम विलेज टू ग्राम, from this has actually worked from bottom to top, right? So making people aware during the pandemic, during the vaccination process, this ASA worker have substantially contributed to make the government program success. Even for vaccinations, they have done a commendable job. Now, genesis of ASA program की अगर बात करें, it was actually started in 2005-06 as a part of National Rural Health Mission, and it was launched under the National Urban Health Mission 2030. So each women volunteer who work for this is like 1,000 to 2,000 people in urban area with flexible local adjustment. So accordingly, हर एक 1,000 या 2,000 पे ASA workers allocate की जाती है. The core of ASA program has been intention to build capacity of the community members, जहाँ पे वो हर एक individual को उनके health और उनके health wing के बारे में जो services government provide कर रही है health care से related उनके बारे में जानकारी दी, especially to child, women's, girl, pregnant and lactating women. Role and responsibility of ASA. First is to facilitate the access of healthcare services, building awareness about the healthcare entities, promoting health behavior, mobilizing and collecting action for better health outcomes, meeting curative needs for appropriate organization services that is compatible for her training and skills. Now, partnership or hurdle की बात की गई है. By partnership, I mean the newly appointed ASAs struggle to find their way to coordinate within the village. So linkages जरूरी है जहाँ पे जो existing health scheme है और nutritional functionaries हैं उनको आंगनवाड़ी के साथ और जो auxiliary nursery midwife के जो लोग हैं उनके साथ किया जाए ताकि एक proper representations हो and even they get their community membership at village level and they should be facilitated for doing the dual work. So platforms such as Village Health, Sanitation, Nutrition Committee would create to coordinate with the service delivery also. Yes, and yet it is on a ongoing challenge to give a resolutions. So government definitely need to think about this at various level, either it is block, village, panchayat, or at the district levels. Now, opportunity to review, जिस बार WHO ने अवार्ड दिया है आशा वर्कर को, तो गवर्नमेंट के पास ये अपॉर्चुनिटी है कि वो एक बार आशा वर्कर की जो पूरी फंक्शनिंग है उसको रीथिंक करे, उसको रीमॉडल करे. सो दिस विल गिव द फर्स्ट दैट इंडियन स्टेट नीड टू डेवलप अ मैकेनिज्म फॉर हायर रेम्यूनरेशन फॉर आशा. The amount that they are getting is very less, right? So they should have a sense of security in terms of their remuneration or salary. Second, it should build an institutional mechanism for capacity building, career progressions, जहाँ पे वो अपने promotions को देखे ताकि वो dedicatedly काम कर सके इस field. Third, extending benefits to the social services, social sector benefits that include health insurance for ASAs and their family should be considered. Fourth, their argument to regularization of many temporary posts, even for the National Health Mission, and many ASA are working as a permanent government employees also. So these are some of the things that even government should be looking forward to include more cadre in the part of the permanency that can continue. Now, looking forward with the way forward, WHO has awarded ASA volunteer. It's a proud moment. It's no doubt it's a proud moment for all of us that every health functioning working for the poor should be given a reward, and it is although undeserved in India. Now, it is acknowledged that the role of and the relevance of ASA worker is definitely with regards to the health-centric services, and they have substantially contributed in terms of vaccinations, even during the awareness campaign, for either it is for men, women, ladies, for every sectors they have helped, right? And a reminder and opportunity for further strengthening the ASA program is even for the stronger and community-oriented primary healthcare system that will prepare India for any future pandemics or anything that is going to happen in future. So this is the right time to recognize the vacuum, to recognize the shortfall, and to work upon it. So this is what the government can be doing. Now, moving with the MCQ questions of the day. Before I proceed, just to tell you the answer of yesterday questions. For first question, the correct option is B. For second question, the correct option is B. Today's MCQ, new umbrella entity for retail payment. Only those entities that are owned and controlled by Indian citizen is eligible for this, and no foreign investment is allowed in this guideline. So do check it out for the correct option. Second, that is electoral bond. All nationalized in India or authorized to encash the bond, even for the value for 15 days from the date of issuance. These bonds are remandable and designated account of the registered political parties. So do check it out for the correct options. This might be important for the prelims examination. So this was all about for the daily news and editorial analysis, followed by the MCQ questions. If you have any other concern, you can let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching this video.